Before I get into this video, I know you guys are going to ask about the truck. The truck was my dad's. My dad went out and bought a brand new F-150, so I acquired his old truck. Still got the van, not going to sell it. I'm going to keep the van. This is really, I guess, at this point, just for hauling duties like this. And, you know, the van is pretty much going to be delegated pretty much for trash picking. But it's nice to have a nicer vehicle to, you know, go out in again. Not that I don't like the van, I fucking love it, but anyways. Well guys, so by the screenshot of this video and by the title, you already know what it's about. But I just picked up this Toro Wheelhorse riding lawnmower. It does need a good amount of work, unfortunately, but I didn't pick it up to fix it and get it going again per se. At the very least, the motor in it's worth about 140 bucks in this area. And the transmission as well is worth some money, and even the frame is probably worth some money to somebody. It's in fairly rough condition, though the body itself isn't all that bad. The deck has been cut, probably to allow whoever owned it before to, you know, cut through tall weeds and stuff like that. The steering is bent up, which I'm pretty sure I can bend this back, but it might break if I try that. If I did want to go through and start fixing this thing up, I really don't know how far I'm going to take it. I also have, back of the truck, the hood, which has seen a significant amount of damage to it, unfortunately, as it broke off there at the bottom. The top, you guys can see it's all messed up there. It looks like the guy tried to fix it before with either hot glue or some sort of clear RTV. The headlights did not come with it. I just now realized that, actually. At best, it's, you know, worth it just for the parts alone. The other end of the coin here is not really a big fan of these Toro Wheelhorses. And this is why. Everything in them is plastic, minus the body and the frame. Now, the real issue that I have with riding mowers and why I really don't get into them all that much is, more often than not, as is the case with this one, they need a significant amount of work. And unlike any old push mower or, you know, other small engine appliance, parts for these things are not cheap. Parts for the motors run quite a bit over what you would pay for a carburetor or, you know, anything else for a push mower. And the motors themselves, brand new, are not cheap at all. Now, I have not even really gone over this motor with a fine-tooth comb. I don't know if it's cracked or anything. I haven't seen really anything indicating that there is, you know, anything bad. Looks like the O-ring and the dipstick tube needs to be sorted out. But the motor itself has compression. It's got a lot of compression. And I can hear the valves actuating and it pushing air in and sucking it out. So it's got compression, and it's definitely worth it, you know, just to part out the mower and get it running first, of course, but then, you know, sell it on just by itself. I paid all of $25 for this thing, and I didn't even flinch when he told me that, you know, that's how much he wanted. I bought this from a scrapyard. I left the guy my business card for, you know, lawnmower repair and stuff like that, and hopefully we can start brokering deals, you know, between the both of us. So, you know, worst case, I can just get the motor going and sell it on to somebody else. I see ads on our local Craigslist all the time, people wanting, you know, riding mower motors, and I see other listings for them if people just trying to sell them. So I know I can get the money back out of this thing and then some very easily. And if need be, you know, there's stuff on this thing that I can sell on eBay, you know, like the gas tank. That stuff isn't cheap. And I guess that's the better part about it, is going on and selling some of the stuff that's on this thing. It's not going to be all that difficult to get rid of, I don't think.